The children assuming the roles of translators for their non-English speaking parents, particularly in immigrant families, is a complex and persistent issue. This scenario arises from factors including linguistic barriers, limited access to professional translation services, and the unmet needs of immigrant parents who primarily speak Spanish, as highlighted in the case of the Venezuelan immigrant family from the video we saw. In this narrative, we encounter three distinct instances where children find themselves in the position of translators. Hattie, Virginia, and Denzel, each grappling with their own unique sets of responsibilities and challenges, illustrate the broader systemic inadequacies in addressing the language needs of immigrant families within various institutional settings. Hattie, for instance, is not shouldering the responsibility of translating crucial documents, but also navigating the complexities of her educational commitments. Her dedication to ensuring her parents' well-being is admirable, but it comes at a cost of her own academic pursuits. This selflessness is further emphasized by her willingness to delay her own college plans to continue aiding her parents. Virginia, despite still being in school herself, finds herself leaving her educational environment to assist her parents with essential tasks such as navigating the DMV to secure identification. This sacrifice underscores the formidable challenges faced by these children as they balance their educational aspirations with their role as translators, exposing them to unique hardships. Denzel, the youngest of the three, is involved in translating at the elementary school level. Even during parent-teacher meetings, this depicts the far-reaching impacts of this issue in educational spaces. The teacher suggested that Denzel should study more English to understand his textbook better. These instances reveal that institutions, whether they be educational or governmental, often fall short in providing adequate language access and support for immigrant families. The lack of accessible translation services and the need for children to bridge the language gap. The situation of child translators arises due to systemic inadequacies within these institutions. For instance, Denzel's case, the teacher suggests that his mother should learn English, shifting the responsibilities onto the parents to adapt to the language, rather than providing adequate support. This inadvertently contributes to the creation of child translators. Similarly, Virginia experience at the DMV shows how a lack of available translation services within government agencies forces children to step up as translators, affecting her education and her well-being. As well as Hattie needs to translate for her family during medical visits, underscores a deficiency within the healthcare system. The absence of professional medical translators leaves families reliant on children to fill this crucial role. In conclusion, the child translator dynamic as exemplified by Hattie, Virginia, and Denzel highlights the critical need for comprehensive solutions to address language barriers in immigrant communities. It calls for a re-evaluation of the institution's responsibilities in providing access translation services and emphasizes the importance of supporting both children and parents in their language acquisition endeavors. Achieving these goals will not only relieve the burden on child translators, but also contribute to the overall well-being and educational opportunities of immigrant families. Thank you very much.